Aloha, friends. I want to talk about something really important because we have family members that have kidney stones. And they came to this holiday gathering and they were like, yeah, I can't eat meat. I'm like, because of your kidney stones? And we really want to tell you what's causing that because people are really misinformed. I don't even think doctors know this.
Yeah, so the vast majority of kidney stones are calcium oxalate kidney stones. So what that means is it's primarily made up of calcium and oxalate. Well, we know what calcium is. What's an oxalate? Oxalate is a compound, an anti-nutrient, which means it's not something the body needs or wants. It has to detox and get rid of. And it's an anti-nutrient that comes in certain plants, not animal proteins.
No. They're like little crystals.
Yeah, so they're basically like this little microscopic crystal, and it's the part of the plant's natural defense mechanism. It uses them. Different plants use them to basically ward off as a pesticide, basically ward off pests and stuff from eating them. And they're in high amounts in a lot of different foods. All nuts and seeds are going to be high in oxalates,
and that includes almond flour.
Yep. There's also dark leafy greens that are also high in oxalates. That's spinach, kale.
Do not be drinking your kale juice.
Yeah.
Didn't someone almost die from that?
Yeah, there was one man that died from a oxalate overdose. And your toxicity level. So here's the thing: there is a toxicity level for oxalates, which means you can get enough oxalates to kill you. And so they're not a benign compound by any means. And there's a man who, your toxicity level depends on how, what your metabolism's like, what your immune system's like, and all those kind of things. If you're metabolically damaged and all these problems, you're gonna have a lower toxicity level than somebody else. And there was a man who did end up having that happen in Spain, I believe it was. But anyway, the oxalates, they're these tiny crystals, and they get into your body, and they irritate a lot of cells. They can irritate the gut lining, possibly causing leaky gut. They can build up in the body and cause lots of different problems in the body, whether it's calcium oxalate kidney stones or different kind of stones that it can deform. And what's important to understand about it.
I had one. I can admit it.
Yep.
I was doing a lot of almond milk in my past life. This was maybe 10 years ago. And when you stop them, you're going to have like a kind of like a dumping. And that was one of my symptoms. And it was awful. Like, I'm a pretty strong girl. I was crawling to the car to get there.
So what happens is if you have a lot of oxalates in your diet and you stop eating those foods with high oxalates,
you want to dump them.
The body starts to dump the oxalates out of the body, starts to get rid of them now that they're not coming in anymore. And it's called oxalate dumping, and it can cause kidney stones. It can cause
like a sty in your eye.
Yeah.
I've had someone on my retreat. She had her salivary glands like got all plugged up with them. It's
like
awful.
A gout type of a flare up or those kind of things. That's something important to note. But when back to the kidney stones, what happens is another reason that oxalates are so damaging is because they grab onto minerals when they're detoxed. And so what happens is you have these oxalates that grab onto magnesium or grab onto calcium and leach it from the body. So your body doesn't get that calcium, doesn't get that magnesium. And this can cause electrolyte imbalances as well. But also, if they accumulate that calcium that it's bound to and accumulates in the kidney, that's a kidney stone. And that's how the majority of kidney stones actually occur. Maria and I decided to take a little getaway over to Lanai. Lanai is the island closest to Maui. Never been there, and we decided to come over for a little late birthday celebration for me, because my birthday's on Christmas Day, so it's kind of hard to do some things on Christmas Day. So we decided to just schedule this a little later. It's an absolutely beautiful place. Gorgeous forests, and one of the things they give you here is they give you a cool little thermos to use while you're here to not create all the plastic bottles and stuff with water. And what's great is Element packets are really easy to pack and bring with you. So I just pop one of those into here. I put a half a packet in one this size. And that half packet works great. Tastes amazing. I get my electrolytes in while we just got done with an electric bike ride. And so if you want to try this or travel with these, just go to drinkelement.com/Keto Maria, and you can get a free sample pack with your order. Mahalo, everyone.
If you cook these vegetables, it's going to
Lower.
lower them. They're still going to be there, but this is why, like, spinach salads, that's a really bad idea. Kale
Well,
salads.
especially smoothies.
Oh, I know.
The worst is when if you do like a kale or a spinach smoothie. Now you're concentrating all that oxalate. You didn't cook it, and so there's a very high oxalate content.
Well, because I always wondered about, like, everybody talks about fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut, but cabbage has oxalates.
Yeah.
If you ferment it, does it? I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it happens when it's fermented, but anything that you cook, if you cook it, it's going to reduce it some. But there's still going to be some there. So
I'm just going to stay clear. I do not want a kidney stone again in my life.
They're
It was
not
awful.
fun.
And so, like, kiwi, that's one that has them.
Yeah, there's potatoes, kiwi. There's a number of, and we'll link. Sally Norton's a great resource for this. She's really into oxalates. She has some good lists on this.
Bella wants to come on your lap. Our dog's going to pounce you. But anyway, just be aware, like, if someone's saying, like, oh, I can't eat meat because of a kidney stone, that's not why they're getting them. It's most likely all the oxalates that they're having. So we hope this video helps. And there's B, hey B. Please let us know in the comments below if you had oxalate dumping. I had size in my eye when I was younger. But how did the oxalates get out from you? Mahalo, everybody. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS, acid reflux, depression, and IBS. Instead of taking those prescription drugs, I decided to change my life with food. Yes, food healed me, and it's healed so many of my clients over the past 20 years of working with people. If you are interested in transforming your life, check out KetoMaria.com. I'd be honored to help you.